Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Conference. I share with you a message from CCITTA in moving this resolution. Warm greetings on behalf of all teachers and education workers in Iran and members of the Coordinating Council of Iranian Teachers Trade Associations. We wish you a very successful conference and the best outcomes for our joint struggles for a high-quality public education and the full achievement of workers and trade union rights in our region. We would like to thank you wholeheartedly for following the struggles and challenges of teachers in Iran and for your show of solidarity and support. We also greatly appreciate the ongoing support from the Education International throughout the past number of years. Our solidarity message to the EIAP Regional Conference was supposed to be delivered by our spokesperson, Eskadna Lotfai. However, he was arrested on October the 8th after the intelligence forces violently raided his home. He has now been transferred to the Evin prison in Tehran. Teachers in Iran and the representatives of CCITTA and all our affiliates across the country have been going through incessant repression, arrests, detention, dismal and long-term imprisonments. Currently, we have dozens of our teachers in prison, while hundreds of other teachers are facing charges and trials. The brutal murder of Mahazajina Amini by the Guidance Patrol, or so-called morality police, for not wearing proper hijab, has led to massive protests across our country against the mandatory hijab and more broadly against decades of repression of women and other oppressed people of Iran. Hundreds of thousands of high school and university students, as well as the general public, including teachers and particularly women, have been protesting on the streets of all provinces and cities in Iran for almost the past 3 weeks. More than 200 protesters have reportedly been killed thus far by the security forces, and hundreds have been arrested and injured, including many students and teachers. We have also witnessed an unprecedented level of support from Iranians, where hundreds of thousands have been protesting around the world in support of mass protests, and the solidarity by people from other parts of the world is growing. As teachers and all education workers, our struggle and movement is for a free, high quality and fully accessible public education for all students across the country without any forms of discrimination. The government has been embarking on privatising and monetising public education, which has severely affected our public schools and further widened the country's class divide, where the rich and upper classes have access to luxurious privatised schools, while the poor and working class children have to use the deteriorating and lower standards public schools. Protests by teachers against such neoliberal and anti-education policies and practices have met with targeting and incriminating of teachers and the accusation of baseless and trumped-up national security charges against many of our members and members of other trade unions in Iran. We continue to organise for our students and trade union rights despite all adversities, and we know well that you are all facing hostile and anti-union governments as well. We believe that with mutual international solidarity and support, we will all be able to have our voices effectively heard in our respective countries and internationally. Without international support and condemnations, the Islamic Republic of Iran will continue to oppress teachers, students and their families in our country. We hope you are able to pass our proposed resolution in solidarity with teachers, students and the trade union and protest movements in Iran, and call for the immediate release of all detained teachers, trade union activists and students. Many thanks for your support and solidarity. We look forward to the use of ongoing mutual collaboration and solidarity. Conference, I commend this resolution to you. Thank you.